Hey, sir, I just finished up your wind and hail inspection. I do believe that we can get this roof covered under your insurance company, and that's because you do have some wind and hail damage on this roof, a little bit of mix of both. Out here on 5/27 of 2020, last month, we had a wind and hail storm to affect this date. I did pull hail report on the address, and it did confirm that there was hail damage here. But as you can see, the roof is in pretty bad condition. All of these granules are just falling out everywhere. It's towards the end of its life expectancy right now, and it's very brittle. And one thing to note about its brittleness is if I try to repair this shingle at its age, I will damage the shingle. Say if I was trying to repair this one, I would damage this one in the process. It would just fall apart because of its brittleness. And why that's significant is because you have these hail damages here. Hail, it's really going to get the whole roof, but what's undisputable damage on the roof is the wind damage that's on the roof, and that's like Cree shingles like this one here. As you can see, it's weak across the top and it's dirty up underneath where blown debris has been blown up under there. Also, there's a couple more up on the top layer too. Now, while we're here, let's talk about the immediate issues on the roof. If you look right here, this pipe boot here is deteriorated. These last between 15 or really about 12 to 15 years, these neoprene pipe boots. So you do have to pay attention to these and replace these before the roof, before you have to replace the roof, so they don't last as long as the roof does. Now, you have one of these here and one on the other side of the roof on the top. If we just was to replace this one, I could do that for $215, and if we were to go ahead and replace both of them, I can do that for $315. Now, you also have an issue with that chimney that we need to talk about as well, but we'll get to that when we get up there. But if we go the insurance route and we file an insurance claim and we're able to get the insurance company to cover it, we'll get them to cover the replacement of the shingles. We'll have them pay for shingle over ridge vent instead of this aluminum ridge vent, which could also be an issue of leaking up here because metal expands and contracts. So these little nail holes everywhere, they're getting larger and smaller over time, all the time, and they begin to leak. So that's why someone's put some tar on them as before. And we're going to combat that by going back with a shingle over to replace your roof, so you won't have to worry about that anymore. We'll also replace all the accessories on the roof. We'll remove and reset your satellite dish, reset it if it's necessary, if it's in use. We'll do away with it if not. We'll replace all the roof jacks on the roof. Only thing we don't typically replace are these water heater vents. Those are kind of an HVAC technician's job, but if you'd like us to replace these while we're here, I can make that happen. I'll just have to order these. They're a special order. But we get everything involved with the roof that needs to be replaced. Those are just something that typically wouldn't hurt to leave behind, but I do see that they've been tempering those before, so we might be best for us to replace those while we're here, and we can get the insurance company to cover that. Also, this flashing, this little metal piece right here, these are often trouble areas on the roof because wind blows water up under there. We'll have that more secure with screws when we go back, but we're going to use this. We're going to replace this flashing along this right here. We'll have them pay to remove and reset this siding so that we can do that. And that's significant, not so much right here. You can see it a little bit right here where that stuff's piling up in there, but when we remove and reset this track, this will be cleaned out. And I believe this may be one of your problems up here too, is that whole track up there is filled with debris. So when we remove and reset this track, if we replace this roof to replace that flashing, we'll have to remove and reset this track, and all of this junk right here will get cleaned out. And I think that's a big part of your problem, or it could be. I think the major problem is going to be this pipe boot right here, but that's an issue that would get solved with going the insurance route too. Now we do away with those aluminum ridge vents. We get the shingle over ridge vent, and that's the most efficient system. It ventilates through the soffits and out the ridges, just like what you got right now, but this aluminum, it expands and contracts and causes leaking issues. Now you also have this wind damage up here on the top, a little bit more evident. Now, this roof, it's in rough shape. The granules are just sliding out from under me. This thing, it's far beyond unrepairable, and it's definitely a good time to take advantage of an insurance claim to get the roof replaced, because you can only pay your deductible and get the whole thing taken care of. Now you got these hail dings up here, there, little dings in the soft metals of the roof. These are obvious indicators of how large the hail was that hit here. And then one thing about hail is it gets both sides of the roof, so that's why it's good to pursue a wind and hail claim versus just a wind claim. Hail kind of gets everywhere most of the time. Now another immediate issue down here, which once we replace this roof, all of this would get taken care of in the insurance claim process too if we went that route. But if you want to just pay for it us out of pocket, What I would need to do here is I would need to remove and reset the siding along the chimney along the bottom. I need to remove all the shingles from the bottom down there all the way up around here and come all the way around, just all the way around the chimney completely. And there's probably, I know there's at least a piece of wood I need to replace over here. I'm going to include 2 pieces of plywood in my estimate. That's going to include to fix that and whatever needs to be fixed under this cricket right here. And it also needs to be reflashed. So to do that, I've already figured, and it cost me, I charge you $650 to get this chimney right here. And I could do the pipe boot down there for $215 or $315 to include that one up there on the top, which both of these are, this one hasn't deteriorated to the point that there's a hole in it. Really, there's a couple more down there too that need to be replaced. So I charge $215 for the first one and $100 more for every one after that. But these things are starting to deteriorate, so it won't be long before these are like that one that's down there. So it wouldn't be bad to replace those. But really the best option for you right now is to pursue an insurance claim, because you can just pay your deductible and you can get all of these things addressed while you do have a storm date to blame it on. And also, I'm going to do it all correctly. I'm going to get you the best roof you can. I'm not a cheap contractor, and I don't take the first settlement that the insurance company gives you. I will, because usually when they give you an initial settlement, they won't include a lot of things. Like, it'll be pretty basic. It'll be for a few plumbing vents, just the shingles, and maybe some felt or something, or the removal or something. But there's so much more involved with your roof. There's roof jacks, removing and reset of satellites, plumbing boots. We need to rebuild the cricket, and there's a rain diverter over there. I also didn't show you something up here I need to show you. What else? We need to remove and reset the drip edge, which is this metal piece right here that the last roofer come through and wasn't paying attention and put a nail through. Won't be getting that kind of quality with me. We're top notch, better than Chick-fil-A kind of folks. Down here, if you look at this chimney cap here, it looks like it was ordered a little bit too small and they forced it on there, if I had to guess. And over time, the wind has now blown it off, if I had to guess, is what's going on with this. See, it's lifted up at the edge. That could very well be where water's coming in as well. But either way, the issue is now down there, too, because that plywood is rotting out down there. See, it's soft. Also, they were cutting their ridge shingles up on the roof up here. That's not allowed. My guys will be doing that on the ground, so this stuff right here doesn't happen. As you can see, I expect top-notch quality from my guys. That's all they want to put out. That's what they're paid to do. And I want to show you. I'm gonna get down here and show you the types of shingles that I use, and how I make sure the estimate gets right with the insurance company. So you got so many things that are involved with your roof an adjuster may not see to begin with. Like, we got to remove and reset the siding to get to the flashing. We also got to replace that flashing there. It's required by code. I can't reuse parts of the roof. I'm required by code to replace these things. There's flashing there and down there. Even when you can't see it right here, it's under the shingle right here, and it's over the shingle right there. All in all, this roof's in rough shape. It'd be great to take advantage of an insurance claim and get it replaced. Let me come down here and show you a couple more things. So if I was to just replace all your pipe boots on the roof, I could do that for $500, and then I could fix that $650. So you're looking at a $1,150 repair right now. I'm not sure what your deductible is, but I feel it'd be a lot more valuable to, pay your deductible and get a whole new roof. What I want to show you next is I'm a preferred contractor with Owens Corning, and I'm a master elite contractor with GAF. These are two shingle brands. And what this means is that the warranty that you'll get on the roof that I give you is going to be provided by the shingle manufacturer. And they're multi-billion-dollar companies, so they're not going nowhere. And the reason why that's significant is most roofers will offer you a 5 to 10 year warranty, and then they'll be out of town. They'll disappear. They'll go out of business, whatever. Statistically speaking, roofers only last 1 to 2 years on average. So, but we've been in business since 2005. We're not going nowhere. But we get the manufacturer to give us our warranty, to give our customers to eliminate that concern that your warranty isn't going nowhere. Even if we were to go out of business, your warranty is still upheld by another preferred or master elite contractor. Now, I suggest that you go with Owens Corning if we replace your roof. This is my favorite brand. It costs me a little bit more, so it's not me trying to cheap out on you. I think this is the best that you can use. They have the fabric nail strip up here. This is designed for my guys that hit this line every time. It's really tough, keeps the wind from turning it off. Also, I have a deal with Owens Corning. They have this designer. This is a regular duration shingle here. It's kind of like what you have now. This is a duration designer shingle. This is a little bit of step up. Typically, this shingle is $50 more square, but I get this shingle at no extra cost. It costs me the same cost as that one. It's like $76, $78 a square, something like that. And so I don't charge my customers any extra to upgrade them to a designer shingle. So I'm the only roofer in Mobile that can give you this offer. You're the only one that I'm the only one that you can only have to pay your deductible, and you can get a designer roof and no extra charge. The only thing about the designer roof, it takes 10 days to get in, a special order, and you can get these all different colors. It's more of like a pattern in these roofs, and that's the storm cloud one there. But you can look on Owens Corning website. They got all kind of pictures of different pretty ones. Also, look at your house. I'd probably say that aged copper or the sand dune. That sand dune would look real good on there too. And this just looks like you spent an extra buck. Looks like your neighbors will be jealous of you. And I'm also a GAF Master Elite contractor too, but as you can see, I'm partial to Owens Corning. This is a great brand too, but I truly feel this is the best you can put on your house. So that's why I sell it the most. I gotta let me grab this over here. All right, so when it comes to how your insurance company is going to address this, let's jump forward a few pages and I'll jump back a few pages. So I'm going to show you an initial estimate from an insurance company. They're going to itemize everything they pay for. Swap this around. So they're going to pay for the tearing off. In this situation, they paid tearing off the shingles, replacing the felt, replacing the shingles, steep charges in these two line items, pipe boots, and satellite dish and a dumpster. Pretty basic stuff that you can see from the outside. However, there's a lot more things involved with a roof than that. So I got to re-nail the decking. I got to put seam tape along the edges of the plywood. I got to put synthetic felt down as the underlayment, remove and reset the drip edge, ridge cap. It just goes on and on. Continuous ridge vent, step flashing, silicone. I make sure I have a professional team of negotiators negotiate with your insurance company to make sure that all of these things get paid for, so that I can do a great job for you. I don't have to cut corners everywhere. Every time that I do these things, I take pictures of what I'm doing. The insurance company pays for it, and I'm motivated to do as much as I can and do the best job I can for you, because I'm good at getting paid for it that way. And that's how I make my money, is doing as much as I can for folks. But it's a win-win situation for everybody, because you get the best product you can get by me doing that. Now, it doesn't matter how much your contractor costs during the insurance claim process. It's because your only cost will be your deductible. I work with your insurance company to get everything else taken care of. That's pretty much it as far as the insurance claim process. It's really the best way to get a roof. 99% of the roofs that I put on are insurance claims. And I used to be an adjuster, so I know every way, every angle to work them. So there's like most roofs that I get on, I can get them approved. So that's how that works. And you get the best product you can get when you go the insurance route. You only got to pay your deductible. That's pretty much it. I'll leave a contract at your door. I'm gonna share this link with you so you can see this video, and I'm gonna share a link with you so you can see all the pictures that I took out here today. Now that link, you'll be able to click it at any time, and it'll constantly be updated. You'll be able to see us taking each step of the way, replacing every part of the roof and doing everything that we're required to do. All right, thank you, sir.